Welcome back to Young Gun Prep and Tactical. This is a video on my current EDC. It's relatively basic. First things first, I'm always going to have my phone. This is an HTC Evo. It's going on 3 years old. I'm getting ready to replace it. I'll probably go a route, something like an iPhone 5S. There's some pretty cool tactical holsters and things that you can get for those as well. So if and when that time comes, I'll definitely do a review of the new phone, as well as the case that I'll decide to put on it. Every day you're going to have your wallet. This is another thing that's soon to be replaced. I've actually had this wallet for a couple of years. I'm really good at having wallets that last. But there's a company called Hellbent Holsters that does a real nice Kydex minimalistic wallet. They have 3 different sizes of them that can range from anywhere from holding like 4 cards to like 12. I really like the way they look, and I'm probably going to order one here relatively soon. If I do, I will definitely do a review on that as well. The rest of the junk that's in this wallet, I mean, it's not junk. Everything in here is used relatively often, but isn't necessarily things that need to be on your person all day, every day. So I'd probably leave this wallet in my truck with all the extra stuff in it and just carry like my IDs and my carry license and things like that in that new Kydex holster. The blade I carry is a Gerber Meticulous Edge. This is a 3 3/4 inch blade. The knife is basically a tank. I've had this knife for going on 7 years now. It holds an edge extremely well. I don't keep it super sharp because the things I use it for, it's not really necessary. A lot of times it's cutting tape off boxes and things like that. But just to have, it's really nice. I've done a lot of combat training with this knife as well. It holds up stupid well. I mean, I don't know how well the camera's going to show the blade here. I mean, you can see the little work marks up the side of the blade here. You know, that's 7 years worth of use. It's an awesome knife. The training that I've done with it is actually very similar to the Art of Kali using the karambit knife. I'm actually looking into getting one of those as well, and if I do, I will most certainly do a review on it. This particular blade runs about $40. However, ever since Gerber went the Bear Grylls route, they've quit making this knife. Personally, I will never buy a Bear Grylls product. I don't want to support him. The stuff he does is fake and it's bullshit. But you can still find this knife online. Places like Gander Mountain or Dick's may have them like on their websites where they've got them back in storage somewhere. So if you know what to look for, you can find them there. I may buy an extra 1 or 2 of these while I can still find them in those locations just to have extras of it. I've carried this knife for too long. I love it too much for if anything were to happen to it to not be able to replace it. I'll put a link to these down in the description. As for my keys, this here is 25 feet of paracord. It's about 13 inches long as a giant fob. When my keys are in my pocket, this hangs flat down the side of my leg. This is actually a quick release method. If I take this little miniature keyring piece off the end here, I can pull on that and this entire thing will unravel. I've been carrying this particular fob for about a year. It's kind of big. I may replace it or get rid of it or do something different with it, but I'm not sure yet. This project originally was designed to be a belt with this really nice thick double weave, but I couldn't handle that much paracord and get it to look right, so I stopped after 25 feet and ended up with this and decided to make it a key fob. Got the keys for my truck, key to the house, extra key for my rifle bag for when I'm on the range. This is a Nanotech Streamlight. It's a little LED flashlight. They're super bright. The batteries last forever in them. This particular one's beat to hell from being on my keyring for the last 2 or 3 years, but it still works awesome. I use it all the time. And the last thing on my keyring here is by a company called Swiss Tech. It's a Utility. I'll put a link to all this stuff down in the description as well. It pulls apart here, and this little piece is what would go around the keyring, so it just looks like a regular key. But up at the top here, you have a flathead screwdriver. On the bottom, you have a Phillips head. You have a bottle opener, and then you have a flat edge with a serrated back half. I don't use this next to ever, but it's nice to know it's there if for whatever reason I would need to have it. The last thing that I carry on me every day is my everyday carry gun. I will clear this. That is a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. I absolutely love this firearm. During the winter when I have a coat, I will put in a spare magazine in my pocket. During the summer and spring and stuff like that, I usually don't carry a spare magazine. I'm pretty much a firm believer that if you were in a situation where you would need more rounds than are in the gun itself, I use the 7 magazine, the flat base plate, +1, so I have 8 rounds. If I were to be in a position where I needed more than that, I should probably be removing myself from that situation like everybody else. If it was like a robbery or a home invasion type thing, you're going to be in close proximity. My theory, generally speaking, you're going to think there's 1 or 2 guys. That's 4 bullets apiece. That should be more than enough. Again, should be. If it's not, then it's a situation I feel you should be removing yourself from. So like I said, I only carry a spare magazine during the winter months when I have like inside jacket pockets that I can just throw one in and leave it and not have to worry about it. With this gun, I will do a review on this gun probably in another video here pretty soon. So I won't go too much into it here now. I'll leave that for the other video. So anyways, that's my ready carry. As for my holster for this as well, my in the waistband holster here, this is by a company called Talon. It's just a simple clip here. The clip is a little loose. I use it a lot. The leather was relatively uncomfortable new, but once it worked itself in, it's pretty comfortable. What I like most about this holster is that it has this extra thick leather piece here that comes up and protects this whole back edge of the gun, which also covers the safety. I know a lot of people don't carry with the safety. I do, and I leave that safety on as well. I've trained that as I'm drawing this pistol, this motion here, as I'm going down to grip the gun while it's in the holster here, I'll try and imitate this. As I'm gripping the holster, as I'm pulling it out of the holster, you probably heard that click there. As my thumb will disengage that safety. I've done a lot of training under pressure with that as well, so I'm definitely comfortable doing it. I know a lot of people aren't, or it's something that they don't want to worry about. That's all up to you. Personally, on a gun like this, I do prefer the safety. I've just trained myself on how to effectively use it. Some of my other guns don't have safeties either, and I'll do reviews on them as well. But this particular one, it does. This was the first gun that I ever purchased, and I still carry it to this day. So I've just become very accustomed to that safety and how to function it correctly. So anyways, that does it for this video, and I will talk to you guys later. And remember, keep calm and carry on.